Okay, hang on. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on.
Got a tab open.
Yeah, I do have something open. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Nice to be with you. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barra in Las Vegas, Nevada. Joined as I always am on Mondays and Wednesdays by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Fallaw. How you doing, Jen? How's your day today so far?
Great. Doing good. Can't complain.
Got to get the link up over to the folks in.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Did you post it?
I did post it over on Telegram. And get the Rumble link, because really, guys, where we want you to go is the Rumble channel. We recognize that people do use YouTube. However, we would prefer that you use Rumble. And again, I think sometime this weekend, I'm going to be eliminating Mike Barra 2 and Mike Barra 3 as destinations. So we're only going to be available on Mike Barra 333. Again, guys, I don't know what the fuck to do about the fucking microphone thing.
All right.
Okay? One day you told me you can't even hear me. The next day, you're way too loud. Well, pick a lane. Fuck.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I just get sick and tired of this shit. And by the way, half the time it's only for some people. It's not for everybody. So there, I just reduced the volume on my microphone, so you should be able to hear my most subtle discussions here. All right. Just frustration, Jen. I get that all the time. And it's just really irritating. So what can I say about it? All right. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you guys here while we wait for everybody from the Rumble side of the house to get in. We are going to do a little bit of time sharing, screen sharing, talk about a few things. If you miss any shows, you are absolutely entitled and desired to go over to MikeBarra.blogspot.com, where you can pick up all the latest information on everything that I am doing, all the shows we've done. There's the forecast that we did on Monday with Mel Carmine. Lectures that I've given over the years on various subjects, the previous shows. There we are. That's a nice picture of us. Maybe I'll use that for the thumbnail. What do you think?
Okay,
that one,
sure.
That one right there. Real News Live with Mike and Jen on Monday. Videos I've done about certain UFO cases, like the Calvine UFO photo. Interviews with people like Marina Sarin. Marina's going to be coming out in June. And we're going to sit down and do like a 2 or 3 hour super in-depth interview about her and all of her alien knowledge and experience and stuff in a podcast studio here. And I'll be putting that up there when she gets here. Meanwhile, this leads you, if you click on the videos there, they lead you directly to the Rumble channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen. Today's show is Tell the Truth Wednesday. There it is right there. Any questions and comments and everything show up in the live chat over on the side, and you also have the opportunity to not only like the video but subscribe to it. Click this little subscribe button for a mere $5 a month. You can contribute to the show, help us pay our bills, help keep us happy, keep the show going. That's the best way to help the show. You can also click this little $sign here and Rumble rant your questions, and any questions that you might want to have will go straight to the top of the pile. They will get answered first. Also, one of the cool things about that is that Jen will Wow, this is weird. Oh, you know what? I'm broadcasting to the wrong channel. What the fuck? I'm broadcasting to the wrong channel. You can also contribute any amount you want on the Rumble Rants, and that really helps me and Jen.
Is that why it says
I'm weirded out. So I'm weirded out by that. Anyway, you can also please visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the CBDGurus.com, where you can pick up all kinds of CBD-based products for your health. The trick is to hit the wholesale tab, slide down to where it says Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no capital A and no S on the end, just alien, and pick up this week's specials. For $25, you'll get 3,000 dinar as a bonus. If you spend $50, it's 6,000. $100, it's 12,000, and at 150, you get 20,000 dinar plus a bar of soap. Who does not need a bar of soap in this day and age? And you can pick up all kinds of cool different gummies and products that they have going here. The sleep gummies are highly recommended. They do contain a little bit of melatonin, but not a lot. So if you get weird dreams on melatonin, that won't be a big deal. But Jen, I heard a rumor from Matt that I'm going to have my own line of full spectrum gummies coming up here with my picture on it. So we're looking forward to that. I can sell those at conferences and stuff. And also you got the Miracle Gold, the immunity stuff, all kinds of cool oils and products over at the CBD Gurus. Matt and Lucas are two of the best people on the planet. Speaking of the best people on the planet, also slide over to our other sponsors, MikeBarraPets.com, where you can get all kinds of mushroom-based supplements for the health of your fur babies, your doggies, your kitties, your horsies, and for yourself. Just click on the Shop Now button and slide on in there to the product line. I've got Barkley on the Mojos and the Mush Puppies again. He's 12 years old. His birthday is today. Happy birthday, Barkley. I forgot. We got to make him a hamburger cake later. Actually, I've got some leftover prime rib. He's going to get that.
Wow.
Barkley's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Barkley. He is 12 years old today, but he's running around like a 5-year-old, 2-year-old. Got him on that. The Mush Puppies, the Mojos, the Special Sauce. Chill Doggies are a great product if you have a dog that's got separation anxiety. Calms them right down. Mush Ponies are for the horses and the donkeys and the various equines. And then there's the Enforce line of support supplements for human beings. And Diana is just going to tell you she's used these to cure a very big deal. And Kristen, the other mushroom lady, also has seen massive improvements in a health condition that she had. So send an email over there to Diana at MikeBarraPets@gmail.com if you have an issue with your pet or your personage. She'll get you on the right stuff. They've got chocolates, they've got coffee, they've got starter packs, they've got everything over at MikeBarraPets.com. And one more thing, don't forget, guys, that the LifeWave patches, the X39, X49 LifeWave patches, and all the other LifeWave products are available right now. Link is in the description. These things, again, I've got 3 friends who's told me, oh my God, these things make me feel so much better. Health problems are going away. Blood tests are improving. It is super awesome stuff. And they have a spring special going on right now over at lifewave.com/MikeBarra. Wow, if you buy the X39 and X49 together, you get the SP6 complete. Those are the 3 for free. Those are the 3 I'm taking. Dang, I feel ripped off now. I got to go back and say, hey, can I get a deal on that? These are great. They're little patches. You just wear them on certain parts of your body. What they do is reflect the infrared energy your body distributes, and then your body takes that extra energy and converts it back into stem cells. This is a military technology that seems to work amazingly. So hit the link there, Mike Barra, lifewave.com/MikeBarra. The link is in the description. Jen, why don't you tell us what is going on over at JenniferFallah.com this week?
If you'd like to reach me, you go to jenniferflaw.com. My email's all over the place. You can get a healing. You can get a reading. You can reach Marcy Howell or Susan Gretz there as well. You can pick up my classes. And that's what's going on at jenniferflaw.com. Go there today.
Okay. Wow. That's great.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say. So your microphone is a little bit garbled. Got some vibrato. Can you adjust the settings or move it back or something?
Is this any better?
Yes. Okay. And then also we are not streaming to our Rumble channel where you can Rumble rant or
yeah, I know. I've got that. That is actually there are some Rumble rants coming in now.
Really?
Yeah. I streamed us somehow to the wrong Rumble channel, which is weird. Let me go back. Let's do a little housekeeping here, folks. I know this is
because I don't see it on the right channel. It's not showing up.
No, it's not on Real News Live with Mike and Jen. It is not there. So
it's on our.
Well,
it's on your account.
It's on the account channel, which we don't want. So,
like, where did the Rumble rants from the account channel? I'm just wondering where they go.
They go to the same email. Yes, they'll go to you. So. Gosh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it did that, but there was a slight problem with setting it up today. But it should be streaming to the correct channel, and it isn't. Let me see if I can just set up a new stream. Can't create a live stream because you're on a live stream right now.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to.
All right, we'll have to adapt to that. So.
I put up the YouTube link as well. I mean, it is people are watching.
Yeah.
From Rumble. It's just not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get into proceed with the show. I just don't understand why that happened, because whenever I set it up the way I did today, it always goes to the correct channel. So I don't know what's going on there, but screw you, Rumble. Okay, let's do a news update, and then we'll get to. I know Jen had a little more information yesterday in her show. If you didn't watch it, get over there and watch it on Jennifer Flaw on YouTube. Right? It's Jennifer Flaw on YouTube.
No, it is Fallawsophy with Jennifer Flaw on Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer Flaw Doring on YouTube.
Okay, and pick it up. All right, so let me talk to you about the news. The news that I have is that as of now, we are scheduled for getting our numbers or to set up our appointments Thursday or Friday. That is what I'm told is the current state of affairs, that is the plan. Now, keep in mind that President Trump has been on this Middle Eastern tour. I think Jen told you on Monday that his first trip in his first term to the Middle East was to set everything up, and then he's going around and he's closing the deals. And to that end, we've had multiple deals announced. We've had a $66 billion airplane deal. We've had, I think with Qatar, we've had oil deals. We've had trade agreements with Saudi Arabia and Britain that were announced. And people are saying, well, this is a penny. These are penny ante deals. You know, they're going to get us $5 or $6 billion a year. Well, you know, $5 billion here, $5 billion there. Pretty soon it's real money. So that's been going on. But here's something that I thought is really interesting. And I want to share some stuff that I found. That I found out there that I think is intriguing. So let's get this set up visually. There we go. Okay, Jen's on the other side so she doesn't get hit by the logo. All right, let's go through some posts. This is John Kennedy of Louisiana talking about some of the trade deals that President.
What do you make of that deal? And what message do you think it sends to the rest of the world? And Scott Besson said 130 countries are lined up.
Well, I think it's obvious. Unless you're the reason that your parents drank, you see that it was a big victory, not just for President Trump, but for America. Before the president did what he did, China's tariffs on the United States were a little over 20% on average. Now they're 10%. our tariffs on China were a little over 20. Now they're 30. That's a 20-point swing. Now, I've listened all day to some of my Democratic colleagues say that, well, we didn't get anything for it. If you believe that, I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in the world, but you better hope the dumbest person in the world doesn't die. It was a clear victory. The other point I would make, I think Trump understands how to deal with China. Look, the Chinese, not the people of China, I'm speaking about the Chinese Communist Party. They're thieves. They steal with both hands. They will steal your socks without taking off your shoes. That's how they've gotten rich. We let them into the World Trade Organization on December 11th of 2001. They started cheating December 12th. And Trump was the first president, he did this in the first term, to ever stand up to China and say, stop the stealing. And now he's doubled down, and it's working. We still got a long way to go. China cheats in other ways besides tariffs, with quotas and
yes.
Subsidies,
yes.
and stealing intellectual property.
Yes.
But
currency
this is
manipulation.
A good start.
Yeah. What he didn't say there was a currency manipulation is another way they do it. But let's go back and look at some other tweets. This is a guy who calls himself Psycho. And he says, in my opinion, Trump is artificially pumping the dollar to lock in foreign trade deals at a high USD value. Once the trades are signed, he'll rug them by dumping the US dollar to clear the way for quantitative easing and rate cuts. That's an interesting theory. Now, keep in mind that President Trump is currently on this tour to the Middle East. According to Grok, get this, President Trump is currently in Saudi Arabia as part of a Middle East trip from May 13th to 16th, 2025, visiting Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. Based on his schedule, he is likely to return to the U.S. around May 16th or 17th, 2025. That would be Friday or Saturday. The exact return dates are not publicly confirmed, and schedules can change due to diplomatic needs. Upon his return, a White House advisor indicated he will announce a significant deal, though details remain unclear. Now, there's been some talk about him visiting Turkey to help mediate a peace deal between Ukraine and Russia in Turkey. But what's interesting is this other stuff. There is something else going on Saturday the 17th. There's a so-called Arab summit, a financial summit going on in, wait for it, Baghdad, Iraq. As of this moment, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Kuwait seem to be boycotting this meeting. They don't want to go there. Now, where is Trump right now? He's in Saudi Arabia. He's going to go to the UAE. How much do you want to bet that they change their minds and attend at the last minute? I've also been told that Donald Trump may actually attend the Arab Summit and give a speech. Now, I don't know why he would do this if there wasn't to announce the RV. But Jen, here's something you might find interesting based on your Monday Gentel. Although the Arab Summit is taking place in Baghdad, guess who's going to run it? Lebanon. Minister of Economy and Trade Amir Bassoun chaired a preparatory meeting for the Economic and Social Council ahead of the upcoming development summit in Iraq, which Lebanon will head. He emphasized Lebanon's essential role in the Arab arena and his commitment to enhancing Arab solidarity and integration, particularly in the face of regional challenges, blah, 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 blah. So what this all adds up to, I suspect, is possibly this. I think there is more than a reasonable chance that Donald Trump can go to Iraq and attend this summit. Or he may make all of his deals and have them all signed off on Friday, at which time He may then go to Turkey and mediate a deal between Russia and Ukraine to end that war, and then return to the United States, Jen, Sunday or Monday. I believe, listening to your show last night, you said this deal, the RV deal, could be announced and done on Saturday, or it could possibly stretch into Sunday or Monday. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm saying I've been told we'll get our appointments Thursday or Friday ahead of this Arab summit. The Arab summit is being led by the Lebanese, even though it's taking place in Iraq. And it is, I'm not saying that they're going to revalue their currency on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. All I'm saying is, in the words of the Romulan ambassador Nonklus in Star Trek VI,
Geek.
there will never be a more perfect time. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you can't really deny that Gentel confirmed right there with the coming in the news. I mean, Lebanese, where do they do that?
What if the Lebanese bring some of their troops to march around in the ceremony before the opening of the summit? How about that, Jen?
I see a political gathering.
Mm-hmm. That's what's taking place on Saturday in Baghdad, Iraq. Now, Iraq, if Iraq goes in there with their currency worth 1,300 to the US dollar, guess what? They're going to look like the little squatting twats that they are. They're not going to look very important. But if they had a revalued currency that was worth more than the US dollar at that point, they would be big shots. They would be stars. They would be dictators of terms. They would be able to proudly beat their chests. And this is about the Arabian world after this is over and this reset happens. It's about setting up how they're going to go into the future. And all you have to do is look at Donald Trump. By the way, I want to play one other thing. Here's another thing that I really thought was hilarious. When he met on Monday, was it Sunday or Monday? With the at the summit with Saudi Arabia. Then after he got done speaking, Mohammed bin Salman came up onto the stage to be with his friend Donald Trump. And again, I'm going to remind you that the shooting in Las Vegas in 2021 was actually at Mandalay Bay was a cover for another attempted assassination of Mohammed bin Salman, the then Saudi crown prince, who was staying at the Tropicana, I believe. And there's actual footage of what appears to be Mohammed bin Salman being dressed up like a rapper and escorted out of it. They were trying to kill him. What happened at Mandalay Bay was a distraction, but he has been in Donald Trump's debt ever since then. So when Trump brought up Mohammed bin Salman, a deeply committed Muslim, by the way, this is actually what happened. Okay, do you realize the significance of this culturally?
Yeah. That he loves it. I mean, you can't get past that.
Now look, let's just cut through the crap here, okay, Jen? YMCA is basically the gay national anthem. That's essentially what it is. It's a gay song by a gay band about gay guys having fun at the YMCA. For that to happen on Arabian soil in a Muslim country, what that means is I believe it symbols a new era of tolerance and acceptance in the Arab world, the new future we're going to move to of all different kinds of people. I think it's a signal by the Saudi Arabians that they are ready for peace with the West and to have a unified vision of humanity's future. I don't think that was insignificant. So, Jen, we have all this stuff, and I don't know how it lines up. I mean, I think it lines up with your timeline because what you got on Monday was that near the end of the week, I think it was, we would probably get our notifications. Isn't that what you got on Monday? I forget the Gentel exactly.
Let's see. Tier 3 continues. Trump has a deal to finish. With who? China, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, combined effort. Why is this important? Money transfers and rates. When can we expect to move forward with 4B? Within a week. That was on Monday. So we could stretch out till Monday.
Till Monday. Yeah. Okay. So 7 days.
So, and then last night on my show, I told you that I believe, Trump flew around to begin the Nasara Jassara process, and now he's flying around right now to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
The joy in the Saudi, what is he, a prince?
Mohammed bin Salman is now the king of Saudi Arabia. Yes.
Okay, so the joy in the king's face, the love for Donald Trump, you just can't get past it. And when I'm watching, the energy there is we have conquered the world. That's what I'm picking up from that energetically. Like, this guy is so happy. And so he's really trying to have more emotion in the public eye and be very cordial and happy with Trump. And Trump is really holding back and being strong. That was just so interesting, that whole exchange there, the way he was greeted. There's something about the purple carpet on the steps coming out of the plane symbolizes royalty. So what's really going on here?
They also referred to him consistently in their press releases as His Excellency Donald Trump, which you only do.
What's going on here?
Right.
I mean, they probably know that he is the president of not just the United States, but all these different territories. Australia, Canada, probably England, whatever territories were the crown held and that were awarded to the United States because of the fraud that went on a long time ago. I mean, there's something really, there's something bigger than just some kind of visit and some kind of deal for airplanes or energy or whatever. I have a feeling that so I was thinking about this. Okay, deals in dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making deals in dollars. So what happens when our currency changes? They change the name of the currency to notes. Now, is there something written in these deals just for U.S. currency? Okay, yeah, that could be valid. But I mean, if it's written in dollars, then it has to all be redone later anyway, right?
Well, no. Here's the thing. If Trump makes a trade deal worth $6 billion at the current Iraqi dinar rate, let's say, and the current US dollar rate, when the US switches to a new currency, which is worth far, far more, then the deal becomes worth far, far more. If Iraq, for instance, makes a deal with the United States for $1 billion worth of, I don't know, economic development funds or something, when their currency goes up, the billion dinars that they give us is going to be worth infinitely more. So I think what we could do here is, I think Trump's making these deals now, knowing that the currencies are going to flip and they're going to change, and every deal he's making is going to be worth far, far more to the United States in the end. When they finally get executed, I don't know, maybe next week.
You know what I just saw?
No.
You know, in the Pirates of the Caribbean, when Elizabeth Swann becomes the king of the pirates or the queen of the pirates,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got this world alliance, right? And I've been saying all along, okay, he's some kind of chief financial officer. He's some kind of, he's in charge of the financial transition and the negotiations and when to pull the trigger on that across the world. So we've got country level, now we've got alliance level, all right? If we've got like a board of directors on this thing. Okay, so if we've got like all these, Putin and Xi and Trump in these positions within this alliance, doesn't there have to be somebody at the top? I mean, shouldn't there be somebody at the top who has the final say across the entire world? Who's going to be the fairest? Who's going to be the strongest? Who cares the most about people worldwide as a whole? Donald Trump. And when you go into a culture like that and they keep greeting you way back when and now and treat you like a king, could he be more than that? Could he have been crowned like the king of the alliance? King of the world? It's just, there's so much more in the reaction and in the reception that he receives when he goes over there to Saudi Arabia that is just not being revealed. For them to react that way to him, I mean, it's not just being cordial and good manners and their culture and yes, we're so happy to have you here. It's more than that. And the way, and when he stood on the stage, he wasn't smiling like, the king was. He wasn't doing like everybody else was happy and everything, standing ovation. And he's standing there like a rock, like a general, like a king. It would be interesting to know if that was the case. Basically, yeah, I'm starting to think that.
Yeah. Well, certainly the financial king. Any thoughts on all the Middle Eastern generals saluting POTUS? No, I haven't seen that. But he's not the commander-in-chief of the international military. I think it's going to be Putin. But still.
Well, that's what I always thought, too. But I think Putin has been tasked with getting rid of the cabal internationally. I mean, of course, we've got our own operations going on over here. But God, his position, I feel like it's more than what we thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I do have one other piece of information I think is important. My understanding is there is only going to be one basket of currencies that everybody will go together. That's the latest I heard on that one. So, all right, guys, we're going to get to questions now. I was going to say to Cool Raul, I know you've been having some problem getting your questions noticed. I suspect maybe the reason why I'm seeing this today, Raul, is because you're subscribed to the account.
That's what it is.
Real News Live, as opposed to the channel Real News Live with Mike and Jen. I think that might be the issue. And for some reason, we're not streaming to the channel today. So anyway, but let's go ahead and get the question. But anyway, look, I'm going to tell you this in a second. Please, with your questions, include your name and the name of the person you're asking about. But let's go ahead and start with questions, Jen. Good morning, Mike and Jennifer. Question for Jennifer. Marcy and I will be sailing this weekend to Atlantis in the Turks and Caicos.
Wow.
Will we have a safe cruise?
That's
God,
awesome.
I'm jealous.
Wow, so am I. Safe cruise. Safe trip. Good weather. Great.
Sounds like fun, Ruben Darren, so have a good time. All right, let's go to the pinned questions. Good. There's Raul. Good evening, Mike and Jennifer. Time for the truth. Truth is often eclipsed, but never extinguished. I agree.
Ruben Darren?
Yeah.
I still keep forgetting to do your messenger reading. I'm so sorry. I have no excuse for myself. Just request a refund. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Lori asks, hey, Jen, for those of us without currency or RV concerns, is this Qatar trip saving Israel for last? Is this the end of the movie? I don't know if I buy this saving Israel for last bullshit, but we'll see.
It's true.
Okay.
We got something coming with that.
Okay. Let's slide over to the Rumble rants, and now all the Rumble rants are gone. Where did they go? Did they got lost in the buffer? Oh man, I'm sorry guys, this is really messed up today.
Well, you get like 2 minutes or a minute per dollar that you ran.
Jeez. Well, we'll have to go back and try to get those. All right, all we can do is move forward for now. I apologize to you guys over there. Michael Guidi, please, if you can, send healing vibes. I was in a huge car accident Saturday, and my broken ankle really needs attention. Bless you, Buffalo Sabres fan. Michael, I'm sorry. That's terrible. A little healing vibes there. Michael, you got it. Anything you want to say, Jen? Done. Okay. Get back on that ankle quick. Diane here. After a horrible year so far, I finally got some awesome news. My daughter, Lindsay, is expecting her first raccoon. I guess probably first baby when you say expecting. That's usually what I mean. But expecting her. Well, congratulations to you and Lindsay.
Congratulations.
And Diane, that's wonderful. Bernie MM says, hi, Mike and Jen and family from London, UK. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, always dreamt of going to London. I don't know. I love it.
I've been there a few times. I can show you around a few places if we could go together. Maybe we can have a big conference there.
Okay, Chris is saying more Rumble rants are popping up.
Oh, yes, there they are. I apologize. Let's get those first. Carissa, KTurtle8. Carissa, you forgot your name, but I remembered it. KTurtle8, $10 Rumble Rant says, hi, Jen. Will I be successful and happy with the new venture I have started?
Yes, you're listening to your intuition. Gabriel's saying you're doing a good job with that.
Good.
By the way, pretty soon, Chris is developing like natural products for kids and people, and she sent me some lip balms, and it's like the best lip balm I've ever had. Amazing. Thank you. And I'm just waiting for her to be ready to put that up. So as far as sponsors go, I really don't. I'm only going to sponsor somebody that I know so that it helps them out. Right? She doesn't need to be helped out, but she's amazing. She's one of my students for a long time. She's just like, I don't know, angel incarnate or something. That woman shines. So that's coming. Carissa.
Real news. Primetime Gal saying Real News Live with Mike and Jen was removed from my feed. It only says Real News Live. That may be something to do with the stream setup today, but normally I don't have to pick a channel, so it wasn't like I messed it up. All right, Limelight Warrior, $10 Rumble Rat. Hi, Mike and Jen. Stephanie here. Update on my MedBed appointment. Last time I asked, it was May. Is it still May?
No.
Okay.
Choices made the timeline. All right, so what was the name on that?
Stephanie.
I'm looking at tail end of June, and then we skip like July 4th. So it's either the end of June or into the second week of July, unless you have 2 appointments.
Okay, Some Project 88, $5 Rumble Rant. Honey, you're not giving me your name. Or, sir, you're not giving me your name. But I'll try. It says, hi, Jen. I love you guys. I never remember my dreams, but do the angels have an answer for me as to what my dream last night meant? It was so damn wild. She's now a monthly supporter. Thank you very much. And
I give you dream interpretation with the angels if you were to have a call with me. You tell me about the dream, and I ask them all the questions, and then they give me the answers about what that meant. But unless I hear the dream, I really can't tell you.
Okay. Rex. Okay, I thought you were a lady. I don't know why. I just assume everybody. So that's Rex who's asking that question. Thank you, Rex. You didn't need to Rumble Rant again, but I appreciate it. And we also appreciate you being a subscriber. David Murtos, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, hi, Mike and Jen. I'm thinking about leaving Berkshire Hathaway for a different brokerage. Will I be successful with the move, or should I stay where I'm at? Yes.
I do think that's a good idea.
Boom.
Yeah.
Dave, aka Pork Chop, Super Dave, $50 Rumble rant. Thank you, Dave. You're the best.
Hi, Dave.
Thank you for the advice from Monday's show. He says, anyway, I told Randy I would take him to Thailand. Do you see that happening and working out?
My brother,
we're gonna have a blast. Thailand.
my brother Randy.
Apparently.
Oh my God. I can only imagine the adventures if you take Randy to Thailand. Okay, now what was the question?
Do you see that happening? And he says he thinks he'd have a blast.
Yeah. In a heartbeat, Randy, go to Thailand with you.
Just
In a
teach
freaking heartbeat, man.
Just teach Randy how to tell the difference between a Thai girl and a lady
You're
boy.
going to have to keep a leash on that guy. Okay, when
Very
you go, I'm just kidding. He's fine.
Very important to tell the difference between a Thai girl, an actual girl, and a lady boy. Very important. Not that I would know from personal experience, but I have heard. Laura,
Oh
$5.
my God, if that happened to my brother, I can. Oh,
That'd be
my God.
hilarious. Laura, $5 Rumble rant says, okay, does my late husband, Dean, have a message for me? Thanks for everything you guys do.
What was the lady's name?
Laura.
I love you. I still love you. It's just like it was yesterday. I don't want you to think that I don't love you, that it fades away.
Okay, Shelly, $5 Rumble rant. I've been working on a startup company for a while now, and it needs a lot of cash. Will I obtain the funding I need this month?
No, it's going to be it might be like 3 weeks for that till you like handing money to somebody to fund that. Yeah, it takes a little longer than that.
Okay. Sean, a $5 Rumble rant. Sean says, Vikings play Steelers in Dublin September 28th. Do you see me being able to go after a MedBed appointment?
Yeah, you go. Everyone, when you're asking RV related questions, I'm just going to remind everybody, and for the new people present, this is as of this moment in time. Okay, if people make different decisions, if this gets pushed, then so does the timeline. That's the way it's gone. So don't come back at me later and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about because this didn't happen. And this, well, you know what? Wait for it.
Right.
Everything shifts.
Vicky, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Vicky. Would like to know if her pendulum answers are correct. Maybe a percentage. Very few.
Really need to, when you're using a tool like that especially a pendulum that's so easily manipulated, that's kind of like a Ouija board. Not as bad. Ouija boards actually like open portals and stuff, but the pendulum, I've been told to stay away from pendulums. Some people know how to do it correctly. You really have to be specific about who you're asking or to move this pendulum for you. Like, and you've got to be very careful. Like, let's have Archangel Michael do it. Let's have Jesus do it. Let's have God do it so that we have this protected circle around the pendulum. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're just pull it out and you don't practice that kind of protection, they're going to mess with you.
Yeah. Update to apparently Tony over at TNT is also hearing Thursday or Friday. Okay. So good. Debbie, $5 Rumble rant says, do you see me having a humanitarian project of food preservation? That's an interesting question.
I do. Yes. I just saw like an underground bunker with all this canned food. So that, I don't know if you have that at the house. I see like classes about drying herbs, about canning food,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
see you teaching classes.
Cool. Barbara, $10 Rumble Rant says, will my new life plans make me happy, and how soon do you see it happening?
New
Barbara
life
has
plans.
new life plans. Will they make her happy?
Yeah, you're really moving into a new chapter of your life where there is abundance and happiness and a higher vibration. Yes. And so every positive choice that you make for yourself is gonna add to that. So yes, I do see that.
Okay, Tiffany Robinson says, I just published a book. Will it do well?
You need assistance in that.
Okay.
You need exposure. You need to get those sales moving. Email me about it.
Okay. Rita wants to know if you can tell her angels' names.
Angels' names. Let's do the guide and the angel. Okay, guide.
Yeah.
Sorry, it sounds like rancid. I'm trying to see like, well, that's a bad name. What would sound like rancid? Lancet or something? All right, let me just see you. It's a male. Just call him Lance. All right, we've agreed upon that. That is your guide. Angel, female.
Cool.
She said, just call me Joe.
Just call me Joe.
It's a long name, but that's a strong female angel right there. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that one. That's like lioness. You're protected.
Okay. Savage on Paper says, pineapple pizza flavored gummies with my picture on them. FUK no. FUKNO. No, that's not what they're going to be flavored like. Is there a discount code for you with the Mushroom Ladies? No, but they have very generous pricing plans themselves. But tell them you're my friend. Diana will probably do you a favor. Nancy says, my daughter Branyan has been suffering from headaches and feels she is going to pass out. Can you see what's causing this?
I'll see Nancy. Just a lot of nasal and inner ear congestion. I'm looking for infection. Hang on. No, we've also got sugar levels involved with this. I would have her sugar levels checked. And then, but she's really stuffed up in there in the inner ear and in the sinuses, probably seasonal allergies that have gone too far. I do see a little bit of infection starting in the deep pockets next to the nose. So I'd take her in and get things checked out.
Okay. Nuhar. Hi, Nuhar. I think you're from India or Pakistan or someplace like that. I've been trying to move locally to a new place and also my stuff in storage in another city closer to where I am now, but things keep going wrong. What do I need to know? Why is he having such a hard time moving to a new place?
That's not time yet.
It's not time yet, Nuhar.
That happens to people. Like you're ready to do it, but it's just like things get in the way. You know, like you try to leave the house in the morning, something made you late, when you avoided an accident. It's not a bad thing. I just go with the flow, keep trying to get it done, and it's going to, all of a sudden, everything's going to lift and it's going to be the right time and you're going to be able to do it.
Okay. Marango says, I don't know what happened. I follow you both. I'm looking forward to watching you, and I couldn't find you today in my feed. Somehow I was suddenly not on the follow. Yeah. Rumble issues, something with the stream setup. I don't think it's anything I did, so I'm going to have to go back and retrace my steps and see what the problem is. Hopefully we'll have it fixed on the next show, which I'll probably do a show on Friday. Hi, Mike and Jen. Karen Sin here. I've been hearing more talk about the EBS. I know you didn't see it happening a couple of months ago, but is anything different now?
I don't know if that's needed anymore. I mean, that's something that is there if needed when we do this transition. When when everybody else goes to gold, and it might be, we don't know who's hiding in the bushes still. Or how the public is going to panic. When the rest of the world goes to gold and the United States has not, and everything starts dropping, okay, that's going to be short-lived. But when that happens, if everything starts dropping and everybody panics, they would have some kind of notification system. They would notify the public that, hey, this is what we're going to do. Tune in. There's going to be an announcement at 5 p.m. in the Rose Garden or whatever.
Yeah. Jen, this is Diana. Do you see me getting the house at 7432 South Newton's Way in Coeur d'Alene?
Diana who? You come to Coeur d'Alene?
That's what she's looking at.
I don't think that's Leyland. No, I'm not. I've shifted north from there. I don't know if it's Hayden or if it's Athol or something. I think there's a decision made that changes that, but cool.
Okay. Maggie says, hi, Mike and Jen. Marge G here. Okay, so it's Marge, not Maggie. Jen, I was hoping you could tell me if the fatigue and muscle weakness I'm feeling lately is thyroid, thymus, vitamin deficiency, dietary virus, or something more. Thank you.
March. It's dietary. It's I feel like your blood sugar is low. Are you like on a massive diet or something? There's just a weakness overall. That does have something to do with the thyroid. That is contributing to it. And like the adrenaline output. I would go and get a blood test and see where you're at with the thyroid and with your vitamin deficiencies and your blood sugar levels so that you know how to fix that. I don't think it's anything serious. I just think things are off.
Okay. CG2212 says they gave the sword to Trump. That goes to the top person in the country. Yep. And Trump saved bin Salman's life at the Vegas concert. Yep, that is the story. And I mean, again, they showed the pictures again yesterday of the guy who was walking out of the Tropicana, and it sure as hell looks like Mohammed bin Salman. So, yeah, Marengo. I think it's a Rumble issue today, but I don't know. I'll have to double check again. So thank you for pointing that out. Mad Max says he thought Trump was going to Baghdad for that summit. Jen, do you see Trump going to Baghdad for the summit on Saturday, the Arab summit? Do you see him in Baghdad?
If this hasn't gone by then, yes.
So he'll go there to kick some ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like, well, if you don't get it done by Saturday, I'm going to show it myself. And that's not going to be good for you.
Wow. Well, there you go, folks.
That's what I'm getting from it.
That's the most important piece of information we've gotten today then, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, because that means it is scheduled for Thursday or Friday.
I think that's why I was picking up. Okay, so what do you do? Like in my show last night, go watch it. But what do you do when you don't get what you want? The boss shows up.
You wait till your father gets home. Yeah, you wait till your father gets home, Sonny. That's what's happening. Yeah, that's exciting, actually. So we'll know if Trump does not go to Baghdad, the news is good. If Trump does go to Baghdad, the news might still be good, but it's not as good as it could be. That's fascinating. Let's watch that development.
Yeah.
Let's watch Trump's schedule.
All right.
Karen wants to know if there are any messages from her dad, Lee Pendergraft. By the way, guys, can you let me know if my mic sounds better now?
It does.
Okay. Any messages from my dad, Lee Pendergraft? This is Karen.
I'm watching. There's something about I know the sound or the song you played for me. I'm getting the cues. So you're trying to communicate with him somehow, or you're playing music as a tribute and thinking, "Oh, Dad, you know this one's for you," or "This reminds me of you." He gets it.
He sees it.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Angel Heart says possible volcanic eruption underwater on the Pacific coast. I think that was from a few years ago. Gentel confirmed. But remember, I think, Jen, I think there's volcanic eruptions or earthquakes every day, practically. We're looking for something newsworthy.
Yeah, and
Okay,
it
right?
can't be possible. It has to be something erupted, okay? And I did post something, and I couldn't figure out. Some people said that was an old eruption in the Caribbean, but I mean, come on. 2 Gentils in a row, we got the Caribbean, and then we have volcano, and then somebody shows me that video. I mean, that could possibly happen again. So if it erupted 2 years ago from that video, I kept it up so that we can keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Okay. Beth has a question about her health. Anyway, you can ask Jesus, what else is going on other than my Crohn's disease? Well, that's bad enough. I'm having so much pain, it's unbearable. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm just getting that most of the pain is from this like cramping and this inflammation in the actual intestines themselves. They're just like, it's almost like having contractions when you're having a baby. But there's so much inflammation going on. If you can try to get the inflammation down right now, that would help.
Okay. Mad Max asks if women are allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia yet. You say that like it's a bad thing, Mad Max.
Oh, he's
I don't
asking
know.
if they can yet.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, Limelight Warrior says, I think the song was symbolizing the alliance and creation of kingdoms, solidarity, and taking down the deep state. That could really be it. Savage on Paper says the song really refers to as Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, there's apparently one of the first buildings in Guantanamo was a YMCA. So yeah, we got that question from Ruben Darren, or not Ruben Darren, but Cool Raul earlier. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have a troll. Okay, well I haven't noticed it yet. Larry says, I personally verified Gentel many times. Her batting average is outstanding. It really is. You just got to you can't be fixated on it happening necessarily this week. But all right, let's go to some more Rumble rants on the other side there, Jen. We got Kelly Fontana for $10. Hi, Jen. This is Kelly. I see 444 every day. Are my guides or angels trying to tell me something with that 444?
That's the 444 is the angels are with you. They're helping you with this. You're being supported right now. You're protected. The 444.
Okay. Ellen with a $5 Rumble rant says, do you see travel tech being upgraded soon? I feel like it's archaic compared to where it could and should be. I guess she just means sort of the amenities and accoutrements around traveling. Like just, or does she, maybe she means like speed trains or suborbital spacecraft, or I don't know.
Really makes a lot of changes within the next 3 to 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Primetime gal, Robin, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Robin. Jan, appreciate you healing Gino. The cancer has spread. 15 of us do a healing every day. Thank you so much. I don't know who Gino is, but maybe you do. You know who Gino is?
Mm-hmm. Who was that again? Robin?
That was Robin. Yeah.
She's working on that too. So it's like, I don't want to do too much. You know, everyone's working on it.
She also gave us another $10. So much love. Yeah, keep working on it. Patrick B. Jean, Barbara, $10 Rumble rant, wants to know what her guardian angel's name is.
Gino? So what they're doing with me now is just cutting off the first part of the name, like a nickname. And you picture a name that's like 20 letters long.
Mm-hmm.
Not in our letters. So it sounds like that. Gino. Gene or Gino, male guardian angel.
Okay.
Very copper tone. I mean, we've got the light brown hair with a lot of gold and red in it, and he's kind of looks like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
With long hair. Yeah,
Trump has also been wearing purple ties over there, which is significant of royalty. Belfast Girl says, I'm a little behind on the show, but I just saw an article that said the Saudi prince will attend the summit in Iraq. Okay, see? So Trump's saying, you need to go to the summit. Okay, so they're obeying.
They're going to push it. Something's going on.
Limelight Warrior wants to know, does Jen think the USD to USTN will revalue at 13-1 or similar? I think that was a year ago or so. That could affect our RV amounts. Jen got 27-1 quite a while back, a couple years ago.
Now, that might change with the mineral deals. That might change with acquiring all these other territories. That might change. But originally, when I asked Gabriel, I said, okay, what's the difference between one fiat dollar or how many fiat dollars will equal one USTN gold-backed dollar? And he said 27.
27. Yeah. So what $27 can buy today, $1 can buy when this is done.
Yeah. So if you go buy $1 million home, you pay $1 million in fiat dollars, and it's going to be like 37,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I think we figured that out. Yeah. Good morning, Jen, Mike, and family. Primetime gal, Robin again. Still coming to Vegas. Feels like a big party. Jen, Mike, guys, let's know where we can come up with. Meet you all Memorial Day weekend. Well, it's getting a little late in the game to book those kind of events because I want to have Dave Osborne, the piano bar guy from the Bellagio, come and play at our event while we're getting together and having our dinner. And so what I see is an event with 2-3 bars, open bar. We're paying for all the drinks. Dave playing the piano, dinner, and then afterwards, just sort of an event where we talk and laugh and share stories and introduce you to everybody that you maybe haven't had a chance to meet. So, purple tie royalty. Trump is a king. He has those Scottish ties. Could very well be. Subscriber Maria here. Will my 16-year-old grandson Seth pass his driver's license exam before I leave for the summer?
Yes. It's like 79%, but yeah, he passes.
Good for him. I think Ukraine deal has already been done. And this is just a public unveiling based on a couple things I've seen happening. Jen, these deals are never really done, though, are they? I mean, are they done, or this is not just going through the motions? I mean, there still is a few details to be worked out.
That's what I'm thinking is why he went over there. There's actual signatures required with this.
Yeah.
Somehow. And, I don't know if when he's sitting down signing something, says, oh, yes, I'm signing this. I don't know if he's signing more than we're being told.
Yeah. Yeah. Carissa wants to know if she'll be successful with the new venture she has started.
We did that.
Oh, we did that?
Rebel Rant.
Okay. Paula wants to know if she will find her person soon.
August, September? Or an event. So you're invited to an event. I don't know if it's ours, but
hopefully
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay. Isn't Trump bloodline that of the actual British crown on his mother's side? Maybe that might be the Anne Boleyn thing. I don't know, but I don't know about that. Julie Conley wants to know if she'll be happy living on Sagebrush Lane.
Yeah. Yeah, really happy.
Joanne says, do you see us building a large shop on our current property or moving and getting a larger property with kids moving there also? That's what Brooks is doing. He's building himself a house and his kids' houses on the same piece of property, same piece of land in North Carolina.
It's different. Much bigger. It's already got a structure on it, but you just add more structures like a house, like a bigger house and things. So it's good. It's good because it's already wired. You don't have to, put in an easement or do anything like that. So that's, yeah, you get a different property.
Brooks went to a Public Enemy concert last night. It was pretty hilarious. Aren't they like a rap?
Really?
Aren't they rappers or something? Yeah. I'm just like, wow. I didn't know you were a fan. Mate. I didn't know you were a fan. Love you guys. I remember my dreams. Okay. That we already did this one. Okay. Some project there. Lisa wants to know why did I not get the promotion she wanted? And what do you see going on with me at my job?
Well, because Lisa, you're going to RV. Okay. And the person that is going to get your promotion needs it. So you don't get it.
That's good.
Everybody's being stingy right now with money.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why you didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, guys. Think about that. That person needs the job more than you do because you're going to get your RV here pretty soon. So Cameo says her Social Security didn't come in. Any hope that she's going to get that restored soon?
Call
them. Okay.
There's some information needed. You didn't fill some paperwork out.
Okay. Yeah, Real News Live with Mike and Jen is removed from the feed. I'm going to check on that. I'm pretty sure it's there. So, Bill says, Jen, will I get the 1111? Will I get the acreage?
I just looked at the clock. 11:11.
Will I get the acreage I'm looking for at the end of Fern Gully Way in North Georgia?
That's the wrong one. Keep looking. What was I doing? Oh, on Rebel, I still have the bubble across the top. Yes, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's just not. I'm not streaming.
I'm not recording there, so it's not going to pop up in your live feed right now.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell you what I will do, guys. Is I will download the recording and upload it to the channel. And then link that to people there. So. Okay, these are a lot of questions that we've already asked that were Rumble rants. Maria Pinto says, Jen, do you see my daughter Nicole flying to Idaho next week?
No. Delayed.
Gina Skinner says, I tried saving a baby eaglet yesterday after the tree their nest went down. Where their nest went down. Unfortunately, the baby had to be put down due to injuries. Will the eagles rebuild their nest close by?
No, they're going to take off to another location.
Marcia says, I really need a healing from respiratory effects of the long COVID. I can't seem to get it to go away permanently. It's giving me the effects.
Honey, send me your picture. Go to jenniferfallow.com. My email is all over the place. Send me your picture and your first and last name and tell me that, and I will put you on my healing list. Don't worry about the money.
Okay.
What time is it? Oh, I gotta go.
You gotta go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sheila just wanted to say good morning and thank you for the healing. How far will I travel for a med bed? It'll be reasonably close.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
Chris, real quick. Chris wants to know if the guy she's dating is worth the investment.
Well, if he was worth the investment, you would be asking me. But no, he's lazy. All right.
You don't want a lazy man, Chris.
No, you're just going to have to stop doing everything for him and be available to him every second, every day. Because when you do that, he just slacks off. He's the kind of guy who needs to work for it. Try that first. He's not a bad person. He's just lazy. He's got a good heart.
And imagine how much this trade deal is going to be worth under the revalued currencies. It's going to be worth a lot. Because, most of those Middle Eastern currencies, besides Iraq, they're not going to change value very much. But the US dollar is. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Keep all eyes on tomorrow and Friday. And most important, and this is the most important piece, keep your eyes on Trump's travel schedule. If he goes to the Arab summit, that means there's a problem that, wait till your father gets home, dad is coming to fix. If he doesn't go to Baghdad, if he goes to Turkey or somewhere else or just comes home, that is good news because according to Grok, Trump has some sort of important announcement scheduled for when he gets back. Hopefully it's not just another trade deal. Hopefully it's the currency manipulators, as he likes to call them, fixing their currencies like Iraq and Vietnam and China. We shall see. You guys hang in there. I'll be back, as far as I know, on Whiskey and Wisdom tonight. Hopefully Mark's gotten some rest from last week. And I will be on the show tonight. And probably going to do a Friday show, just sort of keeping our eyes peeled for events happening in the world and do a news update. So thank you for being here. Jen and I appreciate each and every one of you. Jen, let me just double check Rumble Rants real quick. No, there's one more. Can I just add? It's $2. Beth wants to know if she'll get the house at 1989 Johns River Parkway in North Carolina.
Yes.
Yes, you will. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. We'll see you back here Monday, and it should be a very interesting few days. Right now, keep your fingers crossed. Everything is looking pretty interesting for this weekend.